The following children's story is written and illustrated by Galina Welchman. Once upon a time, there was a little ant named Amy. She did not like to be told what to do. She wanted to do everything her way and without any help. This was very odd, since ants are known to work together. In school, Amy learned to read, but very slowly. She refused to memorize the alphabet. When asked why she behaved that way, she said, "The teacher is old, mean, and says the same things over and over and makes me fall asleep." No ant is perfect, but Amy behaved badly day in and day out. Her sister ants kept an eye on her so she wouldn't get in more trouble. Morning came as usual. "Amy, wake up," shouted Julie. Amy just laid there. Then, stretching her front leg, she let out a big yawn. "Hurry up! The colony has bad news. We are running out of food. We are leaving the colony in groups to search for food. We must all stay in groups to stay safe. Get up," said Julie. "What?" said Amy as she jumped out of bed and ran to the kitchen. "I have a nice tidbit of apple that I saved from last night's supper for your breakfast," said Julie. "But then we have nothing. Hurry, eat. Let's go." Amy grasps the tidbit of apple with her jaws and begins to chew. She stops to catch her breath and starts again. "All right, time to go," shouts Julie. An army of ants all rush to the entrance of the tunnel. "Let's follow them, Amy." "I don't want to go. I haven't finished eating," said Amy. "Amy, this is not the time to argue. Hurry." Julie gets mad and leaves. Amy continues to eat until she realizes she's alone. Alone, all alone. Julie wasn't there. No one was there. Scared, she goes towards the long, dark tunnel. She moves very slowly because of the rough ground when a light appears in the distance. As Amy comes closer to the opening, she stretches herself like a long roll of pulled dough and peeks outside. There, hanging over the side, was a long drooping leaf. Slowly and carefully taking her 6 legs, she crept closer to the leaf. Once her feet touch the ground, she stands there, not knowing which way to go. Then, whish, poof! A giant paw crosses right in front of her, right before Amy's eyes. It was a cat chasing a rat. Amy was puffing and trembling all over. Then suddenly, everything went quiet. Amy loosened her legs and wobbled over to a patch of grass. Then suddenly, from the not too far away, Amy hears voices. Thinking it may be her sister ants, she starts running and yelling, "I'm here! I'm here!" The faster she runs, the closer and more familiar the voice sounds. Just up ahead, she sees a round white hump of land. The closer she gets, she discovers a great treasure, a gigantic crumb of white cake with icing and sprinkles. It was probably dropped by a child happily playing on the grass. This cake was 1,000 times her size. This would feed the entire colony for a week. "How can I trail this back to the opening?" thought Amy. She crouches low. Slowly and carefully, she tries to lift the cake while her tiny feet support the ground. She stops exhausted, but catching her breath, tries again. The cake stood, not moved. I've got to get help. I can't do this alone, thought Amy. Suddenly, she hears a voice from her left side and decides she must follow. She sees two ants calling out to each other, so she yells, "Go quickly and tell our girls that there is food here for the entire colony for a week. Hurry, before a mouse finds our cake and eats it." The little ants run panting because of the rough stones on the ground until they reach the ant hill. They shout, "Come, hurry! Amy has found enough food for the entire colony for a week. She needs our help. Hurry!" All the ants follow, even the ones who worked all day and were resting along the tunnel nest. The ants run up and down pebbles and stalks until they reach the cake. One by one, they grip firmly with their jaws, they lift the cake with their bodies, and they trail it, pushing with their tiny feet. Every once in a while, an ant falls and is nearly crippled because she is squeezed against a stone and stuck by the icing. The ants that are tired stop, but having caught their breath, start again. Amy is amazed the cake crumb is moving, very slowly, but it is moving. The ants are exhausted, but they do not give up. They finally reach the ant nest. Amy is ready to enter the tunnel. With stooped shoulders, she looks back at her sister ants who continue to work breaking up the cake crumb into little bits. Feeling badly that they continue to work, Amy makes her way back and cuts bits off so they can carry them away. It seems like hours before all is finished and the food is safely stored. The ants start disappearing into the openings along the tunnels. As the tired ants pass by Amy, they praise her. "Wow! Way to go! Super! I knew you could do it. I'm proud of you. You're on top of it. Excellent. Well done." Amy tears up at hearing all the praises. She quickly wiped her tears so they wouldn't see, and she gives them a big smile.